UFC 310, what an interesting main event. We have Alexandre Pantoja and Kai Asakura. Now Kai is making his first debut in the UFC and is for a belt. Not too shabby for a debut. I'm impressed. And we're going to talk about it. Let's go. First, let me say, what a great year of 2024. We're down to the wire with the last fight, but I have to review 2024. We had Alex Pereira fighting 3 fights, actually 4 fights in 12 months, often last minute. Then we have John Jones coming back off a devastating shoulder injury and winning his second fight in the heavyweight division. That was awesome. And of course, we have the perfection record of Ilia Topuria, knocking out the champion Alexander Volkanovski in the second round to win the belt. And then he comes back and knocks out a man that has never been knocked out before, BMFer Max Holloway. That was a jaw-dropping event. Crazy fight. Now we come to the very end of 2024 and the main event between Pantoja and Asakura. Really want to talk about this one. The UFC 310 matchup between the Flyweight Pantoja and Asakura is such an intriguing fight on so many levels. Pantoja is a highly experienced fighter. He excels in BJJ and grappling. And Asakura, he's a great striker and grappler, but I am really not sure if he's on the same level as the UFC fighter. Pantoja's UFC experience is well-rounded abilities, making him a favorite. The odds are leaning very favorably towards him. Who the heck is Kai Asakura? I didn't even know who he was. So here's a little info and background on him. He's been fighting in Japan, risen his whole career, and he is a bantamweight champion. Now he is making his debut in UFC and fighting for this belt, like I said. This is really a unique situational fight. This will be quite a different experience for Kai, I think. He's been fighting in the ring versus the octagon, so this will be a very different style of fighting for him. I was actually listening to Michael Bisping, and he had a really good point.
Fights, for example, his last one against Juan Archuleta. Juan Archuleta was trying to take him down. Up against the ring, under the ropes, he was sprawling, and his legs, if these are the ropes, his legs were all the way past. They were right past the end of the ropes on the apron. The apron of the ring's about 2 foot long, maybe even longer, and his legs were all the way out past there. Obviously, in a cage, you can't do that. So if you're pushed up against it, your feet are perpendicular to your body, and that makes it easier for somebody like Alexandre Pantoja to get a hold of a leg, a single leg, a double, a high crotch, whatever the case may be, and take you down.
He's not going to be able to use that leverage he's used to. This will be quite a different experience for Kai, I think. He's been fighting in rings versus an octagon, so I think this is going to be a different fighting style for him. Up against the fence, he cannot step back and use that leverage and use his body for leverage like he can in the ring. So that will be a very, very interesting transition for him, I think. Asakura does have strong striking skills. That presents a threat. However, his ability to deal with Pantoja's grappling and adapt to the UFC level competition might pose a problem. Experts generally expect Pantoja to secure a win, either by submission or decision. I think Pantoja is going to try and neutralize him very, very quickly with his superior grappling game, immediately. My prediction for this fight is Pantoja for the win, simply because he has more experience, I think, and he's a superior grappler. So, Pantoja for the win. I think he's going to do it early with an early submission. I don't know. What say you? You tell me what your thoughts are on this whole thing. Is it historical? Is it of interest? Let me know in your comments below. And please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and better yet, subscribe and hit the notification button if you love this video so you get every single video I launch in the future. MMA Hot Lips out.